Welcome. It's the second block for A Race Against
Welcome
Time.
to A Race Against
I hope
Time.
you're having fun.
We are going to be going
You
live
can see
with Axel
this
Alex with
beautiful
TrackMania
21,
United Forever.
40 minutes with a maximum time of 15 minutes. Block for A Race Against Time. If you're having fun, stuff is ready, then we'll see these beautiful 21 tracks in hopefully 40 minutes with a maximum time of 15 minutes. If stuff is ready, then we can start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Welcome. This is TrackMania United Forever, published in 2007 by the French developer team Nadeo. Most of you know TrackMania, especially TrackMania Nations Forever. It got really popular as a fun LAN game, and United Forever is the kind of bigger version of this game. It has 6 additional environments to Nations Forever, and 4 of these 7 environments are featured in the platform run. So this one here, right here, is Island. The one we saw before is Stadium. The next environment we'll see is Desert, and then there's also Bay. These 4 will make up our whole platform campaign. So, what's the platform campaign about? The main goal about it is having as least respawns as possible. You'll see the counter down at the screen. If you respawn at a checkpoint, then there will be an additional 1 for it, and the least amount of respawns you'll do, the better you are. The 100% category means that I have to complete every track with no respawn at all. So, with me is Ice9. He's another TrackMania speedrunner for TrackMania United Forever, and he'll explain to you the speciality about A4.
Hello guys, and welcome to our platform's 100% stream. And this track A4 features a freewheeling block. The freewheeling block shuts down your engine, so you can no longer accelerate. When your car will be riding with the momentum gain just before passing this block. After you cross it, your speed decreases slightly. So to cancel this freewheeling effect, you must reach a checkpoint to reactivate the engine and start accelerate again. If you can, you always try to avoid driving through this freewheeling block. So you will see this type of block in platform campaign only in the stadium and the desert tracks.
Yeah, also the freewheeling, I want to take as much speed about it if we have no engine available. So that's why I took wider lines through the whole of the track. And yeah, that's A4. Alright, A5, in Bay we have another interesting physics to talk about. It's about air braking and air tilting. I guess that's another pretty basic one for the pros in TrackMania, but not for the casual viewer.
So when you are air braking, you are stopping the pitch movement of your car. If you tap your brakes slightly when the car is in the air, you will stop the rotation, meaning that your car will stand that way until it lands. So it's very useful in TrackMania to get a clean landings and build up some momentum for the upcoming parts after jump, for example. This technique doesn't work in the TM original environments such as snow, rally, and desert. But the air tilting is a different technique compared to the air braking. So you tilt your car in a little bit during a jump or transition. So that means you are anticipating your land or overall get a better landing. If you do it properly, meaning that you neither land crash, neither bumping, you can reduce your air time, then gaining time advantages because you start to accelerate earlier compared to a normal jump or transition while you keep almost of the same momentum through the track.
Yeah, so we just got done with the white series, with the very easy maps, and now we go to the green series. B1, this one here, is again a stadium track, just like every first track of a flag series, of a special color series, and we also use the cut on this map, but cuts are more important in later maps. We'll get there. So let's see if we can do the end properly. No landing bugs, okay, that's good. Alright, so that was B1 for you, and now we get to B2, where we'll see a second type of booster in a little bit of time. And again, Iceland can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, in TrackMania you have 3 kinds of boosters, the yellow, the red, and the random booster. But in this platform campaign, you only see the yellow and the red one. What's the difference between them, you may ask? When you are passing the yellow booster, your car receives extra power, allowing it to increase its speed by some amount. The effect of this boost is no longer available as soon as you leave the booster block. But the red booster works exactly the same way. But the difference is that your car accelerates a lot more than the usual yellow booster. This kind of booster is available only in the TM sunrise environments such as bay, coast and island, so you won't see a red booster in stadium, for example.
Alright, what I forgot to mention is that you can ask any question about the game, about me personally, and maybe some random questions in the chat, and Ice9 will try to pick the funniest and most interesting up, and just redirect them to me, so I don't have to look into the chat myself. And here on B3 we would have a little block of chat, so if there is a question already, this would be really cool to have one. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, then we'll see if... yeah, here's the freewheeling on the desert for the first time. We'll see that. They will come in the 2 later desert maps, which are also there. This is just the first usage. And it's still basically a very simple usage for it. Oh, money.
So we have a question here.
No, god damn it. Yeah, you definitely don't want to land on the Ramsteins there. Oh god.
So we have some questions here, Axel.
Alright, then.
May I ask? Lord Survival asks, how is your day been?
How's my day been? So far so good. I'm quite nervous right now about the run, and also had one map restart, unfortunately. But otherwise, I'm actually pretty stoked that a Race Against Time accepted this run. So it's my first marathon appearance at all, and that's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah, we have another question here from Emerald. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. How optimized are your times on this game? You always seem to be just slightly behind from your Ghost, I think.
Yeah, currently on the run I have 10 seconds, I'm 10 seconds behind. But of course the Ghost times are a little bit faster than my run, of course. But I don't have any world record on a single track, so... Alright, but we are done with B3 and now we see B4, where we skipped the first checkpoint you'll see to the left. Just disappeared off the screen. And that's because we will take a different route through the whole track, and Ice9 again can explain why we can do that.
About the water bounce?
No, about the different routes. Or didn't I? Oh.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
I should explain that myself, I see. Yeah, so we'll take a different route because it's faster, and we can do so because the CP are not mandatory in any order. So yeah, we can take the checkpoints in any order we want to. We just have to make sure we have every checkpoint collected before we cross the finish line. And this was the last checkpoint in the intended route, and now we have to go to the first checkpoint again. And we do that to cancel the freewheeling, and then we can skip a lot of the finish part and have a overall faster time than the intended route on B4. So that worked pretty well. Alright, B5 is another chat part.
Yeah, we have some questions here from the god himself of TrackMania, Riolo. He's also on stream. And he asks, how many people have ran in this platform category?
Hi Riolo, first of all. Glad you're here. There are only 3 submitted runs in the leaderboard. In 100% it's only me, because it's just so damn hard. In the any percent category where you're allowed to use as many respawns as you want, there are actually 2. The better one is from Nutella. He is, I think it was 29 minutes in the in-game time. And the second one is from Master 2, Polish driver, which is kind of unknown, and that's because his time was not that good. Unfortunately, Nutella couldn't make it. I wanted to have him as co-commentator, but he wasn't available, so yeah, thanks for S9 for stepping by.
You're welcome, mate.
Alright, we finished the green series and go on with the blues. And C1, we already saw one water bounce, but we'll just see another one. But I guess because of a little bit less time, we'll skip that physics lesson and go to camera changes instead, which is a much more interesting thing, because here in the end we'll see that Nadeo added a camera trigger into the map, so we'll switch from one camera to another. Also we can have outside cams. Oh, I'm too fast here. Monka S! Holy shit!
Oh, this end is always scary.
Yeah, so on some tracks there are different cameras which can put you off. Sometimes they are helpful, sometimes they're absolutely not, and yeah, that's also one part of the platform campaign. Alright, maybe we have time for one longer question or two short questions.
Yeah, we have one here from the BPG13. How come you decided to submit this game and not the other ones, such as TrackMania Canyon or TrackMania Turbo, the famous ones?
The famous ones, if you go from yeah, publishing time, I guess. I'm running on a Linux PC, so TrackMania 2 doesn't work there. Also, I like the United game very much, and yeah, the platform campaign has some insanely difficult parts to it. And I mean, this is kind of fun for me to actually drive. Just driving some tracks only on time is not that super interesting. I want to have some difficulty on it. So yeah, that was C2. We actually came past the very scary parts with the holes at the end. So we get to C3, which is another very scary one and usually a run breaker. So this single track world record has 4 cuts in this whole map. We'll just use 3. The first one with the Zeppelin we'll take because it's just way too hard. And of course we see some freewheeling again. So here's a slide cam switch, and right after the sculpture we have a small first cut. Just dropping down here right into the checkpoint. Normally go over the grass at the bottom and then just go up. Here we have our second cut. That's relatively easy. And now we hope to not get slowdowns at the landings. Didn't get one here. Oh, that could be bad. Did get one here. And will not make that jump. So yeah, that's a very scary thing. Landing bugs. There are ways to avoid them, and I guess Ice9 will tell you about them.
Yeah, no game is perfect, and TM United is also an exception there. Sometimes you can get weird landings by apparent no reason. When you're landing, your car turns by itself, lose speed, or even flip. This kind of landing bugs happens a lot when you are landing on some dirt sections and some other parts too. But they may look random, and most of the times they are. But after some game experience, it will be more a matter of feeling the possible spots you are prone to get one, so you can try avoid it.
I mean, it's still really difficult here on the platform campaign, and especially on dirt blocks. So I could be stuck here. So we didn't get that one. Now we got past the middle, which should be good. Yeah, and we got it. Alright, and here at the end here is another slide cut. We just go to the outside to not have to zigzag through the middle on the grass, which would make us a lot slower. And that's C3. And so far we only have 2 resets, while my world record run in this category has 3 resets. But because the map restarts here were relatively late already, I'm not be able to break my world record. But I would be able to maybe equalize the number of map restarts. So that would be already really sick. Alright, what do we have on C4? There is a new block feature, a small one, which is the reverse booster, and again it's Ice9.
Yeah, boosters are also used to reduce your speeds. This is done by placing the booster pads in the opposite way you are driving. Usually mappers do this to help you reduce your speed to upcoming slower parts. You may know how boosters works to not enter the reverse boost too slow, otherwise your car will stop and start to be pushed backwards, meaning that you can no longer proceed unless you try again or find an alternative way to proceed.
And what this map also features is bank the wall there, but we got away from that. What this map also features are ring CPs. We saw them in C1 already, but here they're a little more apparent. So this one here is a ring CP. Ring CPs, you have to pass them, but there's no way you can respawn in them. So yeah, they are also actually in casual maps, in online maps, you'll find some other ways to get around the ring CPs, to get faster times with them by taking a different route, but here we have no choice, unfortunately. And coming up to the end, we have one freewheeling again, and we have to have a little bit of speed control, because we are now too fast for the last turn to not go on the border, and we just got away with that. Gotta keep the speed for the finish, and that was quite good. Alright, C5 is the easiest map of all the blues, and so we got a little time for chat again.
And yes, we have some questions here from Farlet00. Do you run any other games?
Currently not. I'm basically a TrackMania player which got into speedrunning, not the other way around. So maybe I will take a look on something else, but like the most popular ones, NES games, SNES games and stuff like that, it's just so well speedrun already. I don't see any chance there, so yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Alright, we have another question from Riolu. How much time did you spend on the platform tracks?
Shit.
Roughly estimate.
Training them. I'm not quite sure when I finished them for the first time. Not quite sure about that. Maybe about in 2013 or something like that, where I finished them all with 0 resets. The first run I completed was in August last year, and I didn't take that much time to actually train them. But the more often you run, you'll see the spots where you have to do certain things to be much safer, to get past some things. And what am I doing? Ooh, okay, we have time for another question, I guess. Damn it.
Yes, we got another one from Amirlin. Has the lack of engine or in freewheeling ever been an obstacle for skips or cuts?
Can we? I think the question sounds a bit like, can we skip a freewheeling somewhere? And yes, we do. There is a possibility to skip one freewheeling on D1, but there are not many other spots where we can do that. Holy! Okay, I've got to save this now. It's way too ridiculous to restart this map 4 times.
Oh, and that's because you said it's easy.
Probably. Karma striking back.
Yeah, the karma. So we have another question here. Rumble Fight is asking, what's the world record in this category?
The world record in this category is 25 minutes and 35 seconds by me in-game time. We take the in-game time because the RTA with all the loading times and the menus is just a little too unreliable for different hardware and stuff. So we take the in-game time. But at the same time, this run is also the fastest in the real-time approach with just a little bit under 28 minutes. But we won't reach that anymore. Alright, D1. D1, we have to do a lot of speed control actually. Also, we will see the most ring checkpoints. You'll see right one after another. There's a small teaser for you already. Yeah, we have to have the correct amount of speed, the correct balance between braking and acceleration for this jump right here. So release the acceleration, jump through it. Okay, we're good. And this is the spot where we can actually skip one freewheeling. And we just did. So we'll save a little bit of time here. But now in the end we have to have the correct speed, and we just got it. So when entering the freewheeling there in the end, I have to have between 170 and 190 kilometers per hour in order to make the end of this track. Otherwise I would be too slow, or I would be too fast to make the corner. And yeah, that was the 9th stadium map right there. Alright, so one little question from the chat, I guess. I'll start here.
Yeah, we have. I'm really fixed this question. He says, now the question was more like, are there places you'd be able to skip if you didn't have a freewheeling block? Like the freewheeling block denies you to skip some parts.
Ah, so if it wasn't there, we could skip something. I don't actually know. No, yeah, I'm not quite sure about that. Because I'm so used to having the freewheelings there. Maybe. Also, yeah, maybe there are some parts I'm quite sure. But I can't tell you like exact places. Alright, so here the end, it's actually a pretty important one. We have a red booster to a ramp, and we will cancel the tilting here, but we just got the direct finish. Ha! Nice! We got the direct finish jump, which is actually pretty hard to get. But I tilted the flip for the island car right there to have a backup strategy. If I land on the roof like that, then chances are pretty high I flip back onto the wheels and then I can finish. Most players try to land on their wheels and then they flip back onto their roof and they have to start the track over. Okay, this one is bad speed, we got lucky. Yeah, already in D3, D3 has a lot of speed control, just like here. We have to take the downhill smoothly, release the acceleration just a little bit, and we get the jump quite safely. And another speed control coming up here. We have again to take the downhill smoothly, and we now have to have a speed above 142 kilometers per hour so we can do the hill later on. And another speed control where we have to slightly brake right on the ramp to make this one smoothly to go up the huge hill afterwards, and we just got it. So that was the hard part of D3 already. I struggled, I think D3 was the one I struggled the most with when... What the hell? That was a really weird bounce. Yeah, I don't know why it looked like the car would jump a second time. Like, actually, like a human jumping again. What was that? Okay, well, so I need to have here 260 kilometers per hour. That should be good. Yeah, was a lot safer than in the try before. Here again the downhill, take it smoothly, shortly release the acceleration. And yeah, then the 142 kilometers freewheeling part right here. And yeah, then the ramp right after. I need the exact timing for it. It's a pretty tough one. I might be too fast. Yeah, I was. Whew, yeah, it's a really tough speed run. So maybe we can go for one question.
Alright, we have one here from... Let me search this one. Where you was? Ah, here. The BBG13 asks again, have you ever played any of the driver games or the Colin McRae Rally series or Dirt series?
Colin McRae, not really. I'm not quite into... Ooh, we got lucky. I'm not quite into simulation games and racing. I'm more like the arcade ones. I had a demo of Driver 1, and I also played casually Driver 3 on PlayStation, but that's about it. Yeah, really, I'm a TrackMania player who got into speedrunning, and not the other way around. Okay, here's the jump again, come on. Let's get that one out of the way, yeah. Okay, and now please get the finish. Oh, I'm sliding. That's not good. There we go. Whew, but still, the hardest parts is still ahead. The hardest maps. That was close. Alright. The end shouldn't be too difficult in here now. So yeah, we have time for one small question again.
Alright, we have another question for Rainbow Fight, from Rainbow Fight. Is you speedrunning all the TrackMania categories? And if yes, which one is your favorite?
I ran all categories or rather all categories of the environments in TrackMania United Forever. And I kind of like Stadium, of course, but the most I really enjoy is Platform, because it's just so damn difficult, and if you get a decent run, it feels amazing. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite. So take a white line here, so we get as much speed after the reverse booster as we can get to make this jump. Yeah, D4 again in the end has a lot of speed control. And this is also a quite difficult one. So this part here is still relatively easy. But now with all the freewheeling stuff again, it gets kind of hard. So that one right here was the last checkpoint of the map. So we have to have 320 kilometers per hour. We just got it, but maybe we were a little too slow to make the landing perfectly smooth. That was kind of good. It was not perfect, but it was kind of good, because you just see now we need a lot of speed for the end. And we can accelerate, so but we just got past that. Alright, D5. The last jump is the most annoying one in the whole campaign. I'm not even joking. It's a really, really tough one. But in the meantime, I guess we can go for another question from the chat.
Okay, we have another question here from Hezico. Don't you get nervous when speedrunning?
When I'm just by myself on stream, not that much. Currently, yeah, I'm kind of nervous, but I think I got a little used to it. Recovering from a little dumb mistakes on my own stream, it's not too bad. It really gets bad if I have a good run and I get to the middle of the red series. Then I get kind of nervous as well. But not if I have like a mediocre run, solid run, which I'm about to finish. Okay, so we now come to the last end. Here we have speed control and car control, angle control. We need to have the correct angle, and what the hell was this landing? I don't get it. Ah, man. Restarting late also costs so much time, all the time. So it's really, really important you get the maps in the very first try, which also guarantees you world record. But yeah, respawning late costs you a lot of time, and you definitely don't want to have that if you're running 100%. In any percent, it's not too bad. So if you're interested in running this campaign at all, then I would suggest you start with any percent to get an idea how difficult 100% actually is.
Yeah, man, I know the feel. I'm still struggling to get the gold medal on Platform E.
I hope we're still good to the estimate. I mean, we should be. Okay, so now we have to keep our car straight and be relatively slow. And we got it perfect. It is the most annoying jump on the whole campaign, because you lose so much time if you miss it. Whew. And we got it the first try we came to it. That's really nice. Alright, Platform E, it's the last map, and it's the one where the least amount of players actually have 0 retries. We have a lot of speed control on this map, so we have to have under 50 kilometers per hour to get into this checkpoint. We have freewheeling parts on the grass right here. Let's see. Okay, I will take the ramp. With all the 180 kilometers, I could skip the ramp. But I'm not going to do that. Tap the acceleration button to get a lower jump right here. And now we can try to go for a different route, which is fast on this map. Let's see if we can get it. Alright, first part is done. Landing might be not that good. It's good enough. Alright, let's see. So that was the first part. Oh, that's close. Oh, what? Okay, interesting. Okay, then let's go for another question, I guess.
Well, feel free everyone to send some questions. We don't have new questions yet, so you may ask one.
Alright, then let's see if we can get here the ramp skip now. Would be also kind of amazing. 182, yeah, let's go for it. Woo! That was close. Whatever. Again, a light landing bug here. Okay, let's try go for the cut again, because I didn't train the intended route so often. Oh, I'm kinda slow. Ooh, turtling, come on! Yes! I think that deserves a pork jump.
Pop chain, boys.
So, turtling, that's a quite interesting technique I had to use there. But it's not enough time to explain right now, because we're getting to the second part of the other route. This one is the big jump to complete the cut, and now we just have to finish it. Come on. We have to brake a lot here for enough speed control to not jump over that checkpoint. And here now the last jumps. So time is up. When I cross the finish line. And time. Whoa.
And GG.
Thank you. Wow, that was
Well done, mate.
yeah, that was quite an amazing experience. I don't know the exact time I did in the end. I think it was about 40 minutes, indeed. So it's not near near a really good run, but I did it in my estimate, and it's already hard enough to get that. So yeah, thanks to the chat for viewing.
36:54.
Again?
Yeah.
Again, please.
You did 36 and 54.
36.
Yeah, 36
That's
minutes.
36 minutes. That's under 40 minutes. That's actually relatively good for the first marathon run. Yeah. So thanks again for the chat, for stopping by, for viewing TrackMania, which is featured here in the Eret for the first time. Thanks to the Race Against Time staff for having me, and thanks for Ice9 for having me commentating during a speed run. That was kind of cool.
You're welcome, mate.
And yeah, to everyone, thank you for watching again, and stay awesome.
Bye, guys.